Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Stuff HD podcast. This is Javier, aka Stuff,
This is Equis, a.k.a. Equis.
or Mr. GSP also.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, not right now. Is this the GXP?
No.
Okay.
But you could still be Mr. GSP.
I'm only Mr. GXP at GXP.
Oh, okay. So here he's just Equis.
Yeah.
All right.
Plain old Equis. The best rapper in the South Side.
Best rapper in the South Side between, what was it, 35th and 6th?
No, now it's just South Side.
Oh, now it's just all South Side.
Yeah, all South Side.
Wow, that's impressive.
Little by little, man. You
Yeah,
got to take
awesome,
over little
awesome.
by little.
So Thanksgiving just happened.
Yeah,
So
that was-
hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
It was an awesome Thanksgiving.
Awesome. I had a really good Thanksgiving. There was a lot of food.
Yeah.
I enjoy eating. For those of you who don't know, I like eating.
Yeah. I like eating too.
Yeah, and there was good food and good company, and we all had fun. Hopefully, so it's good. And then that was Thursday. Then Saturday we had Friendsgiving,
Yeah.
which is weird because we basically had Friendsgiving on Thanksgiving because we were all together anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, there was more of us on Thanksgiving than on Friendsgiving.
Two more.
So, but yeah, we still have Friendsgiving, and that was fun too. We made pupusas, and we had pizza.
Yeah.
So-
How would you say our pupusa endeavor went?
It was a horrible failure. No,
It went better
It
than I
went-
thought, but it was worse than it should have been.
it was worse than it should have been. No, it was good. It was a good first attempt.
Yeah.
I've never made pupusas before. Now I have a better idea. I still think that we were supposed to do something else with the masa.
Yeah, probably put more salt or something.
Yeah,
Mix it in real good.
But still, it was fun.
Yeah, it came out good.
I ate a whole bunch of them.
We're still here, so apparently
I tried making a Puerto Rican pupusa by throwing adobo and sazon on the masa. I still think had I actually mixed it better, it probably would have been pretty good.
we would have tried a little bit more, probably.
Yeah. We'll make more pupusas on another day.
Yeah, just put more cheese.
And of course, Black Friday.
Yes.
Black Friday. Oh boy. So did you end up getting anything for Black Friday?
Yeah, I got a PS4, the one that came with Spider-Man.
The Spider Kid.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good deal. It was like $199, and you get a game, physical game.
That was weird. I found that interesting that they actually give you the physical game. Like,
Yeah,
normally I'm just so used to codes where you can download it. So that was cool that they give you an actual game. So how do you feel overall about Black Friday? Because for me, for example, I sometimes, I'm like, well, not just Black Friday, I guess. For me, all the marketing stuff, it's a little annoying at times. Because, if you want something and it's on sale, awesome. If you want something and you know that, hey, Black Friday is coming up, you may as well wait and get it on Black Friday. But sometimes I know that a lot of people are buying stuff just because it's on sale.
yeah.
And I do that too. I'm not going to say that I don't do it. I bought a bunch of Steam games because they were like $5. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I am definitely glad that Black Friday is not as crazy as it used to be. Because every year you would hear of the mobs of people like killing each other just for one deal.
However, we did go to we did try our little Black Friday shopping.
We tried
late at night. So we thought, okay, the crowds are probably a little bit.
Yeah,
gone.
we're thinking, okay, it's got to be empty by then.
Yeah, not too much. Like almost like a normal visit.
It was like 9 p.m. Like any good Black Friday deals would have been long gone.
So we went there, and obviously, like sometimes you want to buy stuff that you really don't need. Like I was gonna give me that Google Home Hub or whatever with the screen, like I was gonna get it. Like it looked nice. It was like whatever, but I was like, do I really need it? Then I went down to the mini,
To the Google Mini. Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, I can just have this in my room. You know, it's just $25. Just throw it in my room. You know, so we picked up a couple games. What did you pick up?
I picked up a stand, a tripod.
Was that on sale?
It was on sale. It's like $40. They were selling it for $10.
Oh, okay.
Doing YouTube videos, something. You never know when you need a tripod. So for $10, I was like, yeah, I'll pick one up.
Yeah. So we had our things. We spent a little bit of time in there. We were ready to, all right, we're ready. Let's go pay for this. Then we walked to the front, and man, that line.
We had completely forgotten about that little detail.
But the thing is, when we first walked in, the line wasn't that long. It wasn't that long.
I don't recall looking at the
line.
Yeah,
because I remember looking. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. So I was like, okay, it won't be that bad. But when I guess everybody went in to buy at the same time, and the line was all the way to the refrigerators.
There was a huge line.
So what do we
were
do?
like, I'm like, I don't really want to do this line for like $10.
Yeah, because we wanted to go eat too. Like,
yeah, we were hungry.
Yeah, so we're like, we just left it. You could tell that there's a lot of people that just left their stuff like in that one shelf.
I kind of do feel bad about that. I feel bad for the employees, but then at the same time, like, job insurance.
Keep them busy. Yeah, well, but eventually the next day. I the same things that I was gonna buy that day I bought it and it was still at that price. So
they had the Black Friday prices even on Saturday, which I ended up buying also because Best Buy screwed me over during Black Friday and that sucked.
Yeah,
but. So I don't know if you have any stories of like horror stories as far as customer service, but I think it was Wednesday. I had the worst customer service ever at a Best Buy in Racine, by the way, because so earlier in the week, I think Monday, I had purchased a Surface Pro 6. And it's the Surface Pro 6 plus the keyboard, because for whatever reason Microsoft sells the keyboard separate, even though it's kind of a very important part of the tablet, but whatever. So I have paid $899 for the Surface Pro plus $130 something for the keyboard. So over $1,000 right there. So come Wednesday, I'm looking at Best Buy deals, and I realize that they have a bundle now of the exact same tablet with a keyboard for $799. So of course I'm like, well, damn, like I'm still, I'm an Elite Plus member, so I got like till almost February to return mine. So I'm like, okay, I want to do an exchange. So I went in there to do an exchange, and the guy accidentally did a return, which happens, people mess up. It sucks, but apparently once they do a return, they cannot undo it. And I'm trying to not make the story too long, but basically I had this manager who once he realized the mistake, instead of trying to figure out a way of helping me out, he just kept looking for ways to blame me for what happened. He was like, "Oh, you're trying to do an exchange on a .com order, and you can't do that."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "What do you mean you can't do that? Like, there is nothing on the return policy that says that you cannot do that." So we were going back and forth. He was basically telling me that, "Oh, sorry, we already paid you. If whatever, go talk to your bank or whatever." And to the point where he even told me that I needed to get out, like if I didn't like what he was saying. And I was like, no, sorry, like I'll have to talk to your boss, because that ain't right. So eventually his boss came over, and then he was a lot more apologetic, and he did say, like, no, indeed, we messed up. You can definitely do an exchange. It was our fault, but sadly there's nothing we can do. So, that I was okay. What originally pissed me off about the other guy is, the fact that you go over there and, I could tell right away that the guy had messed up because he had that look on his face.
Yeah, the regular employee.
Yeah, the regular employee. Like, he had that look of, uh-oh. Like,
yeah.
So, and I'm like, I know that look. I've done that look many times. But then when the other guy came over and he's just looking for excuses right away instead of like being like, hey, I'm sorry, we messed up.
And finding a solution.
Like that just got my blood boiling. Like, and then trying to make it like I messed up. Like, no, I didn't mess up. I came here for a service, and now I have to go home without a computer at all because they wanted me to just like pay for the other one. And I'm like, no, I'm not just gonna pay for the other one. Like, what's wrong with you? I shouldn't have to, first of all, and second of all, it's like another $1,000. So yeah, it was overall a very horrible experience, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you with Best Buy or anything similar, but it was just bad. Like, sometimes, I don't know, I feel like these companies, they're so powerful that they don't care what you think. Like, I couldn't imagine a small business owner being like, sorry, nothing we can do. You got to get out if you don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, the real boss or whatever, he was a little bit more apologetic.
Yeah.
And yeah,
but I had to go through that whole bad experience first before dealing with the real boss.
Yeah, because if you're a small business, you're like, oh, you can't really afford to lose a customer.
Exactly.
Best Buy, one person is not gonna, affect us or whatever, and so some of them just choose not to do, not actually try to help out. Yeah, like I just find it weird, like, that somebody would be that, like, if you don't like it, get out type of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
I mean, the whole thing is weird. For me, the fact that a customer can go in to do an exchange and they mess up and then the customer has to leave with nothing, like... Luckily for me, like, I have plenty of computers in my house. Like, that's not an issue. But could you imagine, like, what if I was a small business owner, which I kind of am, but what if I was a small business owner and this computer is my business? Like, I have to have it. But, I went in there because, I'm getting a better deal. And then they do this, because of their little mistake. They're asking the person to just be without a computer at all, which could definitely affect their lifestyle. I mean, it could affect their business.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is this even legal? Like, how is it possible that once they do a return, they don't have a way of backing that up? Like, being like, no, cancel,
And was this in your, like, regular credit card, or was this through their Best Buy credit?
No, it was through my Chase.
Your Chase. And what was the solution that the second, the main guy, like, because I wonder that the first manager you encountered, did he have the same power to do whatever the second?
Look, the other guy didn't really do anything all that special for me. Like, he did promise that they would like, later, if I wanted to come back and buy that laptop,
honor the
once I got the money from the bank, they would honor the price. So I don't know if the original guy could have done that, but if anything, he should have been able to call the other guy and be like, "Hey, could we do something for this?"
Yeah, I think that's what he would have been like. Oh, this customer did this.
Like we messed up. Let's try and figure out something to keep him happy. So he did promise to honor the price, and he wrote it down on his own business card. And then he also offered me a $50 gift card, which I didn't really care for, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's an attempt at.
Correct. The fact, for me, the simple fact that he was apologetic, and the fact that he did tell me like it was our mistake. You are right. You can definitely come and do an exchange. To me, that that would have solved the issue right there. Like from the beginning, had this other guy done that, then that would have been the end of it, you know? Because I can totally understand that somebody messes up. It happens all the time. It sucks, but I can understand it. But again, the simple fact that he was just being a jerk, it's like, come on. First you mess up, and now it's my fault. Like,
yeah. You shouldn't have tried to return something that you like.
Yeah, like he was just so into the thing that you cannot do an exchange on a .com order.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because I've done that all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
and he even went as far as telling me, from now on, whenever you got to do a return, I'll take care of it. And it's going to take about 45 minutes because I'm going to go through every single detail with you. Because I was telling him, like, okay, if you cannot do changes on .com orders, wouldn't that be like the first thing that your employees here would check?
Would say, like, oh, sorry, sir, there's a .com order. We can't do that. Yeah, and
like that would have been, and I told him, like if that was the case and they would have told me, no, we cannot do an exchange on a .com order, right there I would have been like, no, okay, no, like never mind, forget it, I'll just go home. Like, but yeah, I know that you can do an exchange on
that I think that's the part that really would irritate me, the fact that they say that you can't do something that you clearly can. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like he's just picking any little thing. Like if you're dumb.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's almost like
because like I said, when he came over, he was looking at the computer and apparently what they did, they really can't undo. But instead of saying, yeah, we messed up, it just sounded like such an excuse to me.
Yeah, like, how dare you return a .com order?
Like, oh, no, you can't do it. Like, I'm like, dude, I've used that tone of voice before when I don't know the answer to something and I come up with some BS.
Yeah.
Okay, I know BS. I can smell BS from a mile away. Don't come to me with that BS. But, the other thing that really upset me, again, was when he was telling me that I could leave. Like I'm basically wasting his time because I don't want to just accept his answer. So then I can just leave. And I was like, it took me a while at first to ask to speak to his manager because I'm like, man, I felt like I was in a very difficult position because I'm like, I can't just accept what he's telling me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I know he's wrong, and I'm a stubborn asshole. But then I'm like, but if I continue arguing with him, I think this guy will call the cops on me.
Yeah.
So, and part of me is like, screw it, let him call the cops. I haven't done anything wrong, but then part of me is like, the cops are not gonna care.
They're not here to listen to. They're just here to take you out. Not really know what's going on.
Exactly. So I would just be forced out of the store, and then the guy would be smiling and waving, and I'm like, nah. So that's when I decided.
Then you go to Twitter.
Talk to your boss. Yeah.
Go to Twitter to Best Buy Corporate.
That's another issue. I was sending tweets to Best Buy before this all happened, Best Buy support on Twitter, and I didn't get a single response because originally what I figured I wanted to do was just get the credit for the difference, because I'm like, okay, I know that the Best Buy item that they have is a bundle, so it's one SKU, but I'm like, it's the same keyboard that I bought, it's the same Surface that I bought, like maybe they can just give me the difference. Because I'm like, why would they want me to return a used product and then take a new one? In my head, I'm like, okay, I know it's two different SKUs. Like mine is two different SKUs. That one's just one SKU. But mine are used. That one's new. Like, why would you want me to give you the used one in exchange for the new? But then, Best Buy on Twitter never replied to me. And then after this all happened, I also went to Best Buy on Twitter and complained about something, and they never got back to me either. So I'm like, what the hell, Best Buy? What's with your customer support?
Yeah, and kind of had, well, not as big, major as yours, because that was That was, but the one I had experienced was I used to do pre-orders. Like I haven't done pre-orders
back in the day.
Yeah, like I really don't do pre-orders anymore because I've been like, what's that word? I've been
boycotting pre-orders.
No, not boycotted, but like disappointed by the pre-orders because it's like 2 times. So for the first time it was for the Mass Effect. You know, I was a big mark for Mass Effect. You know, I got the pre-order for the Xbox version, and so, you know, I did my pre-order. I got the correct, you know, they usually get that carton that you're supposed to take to the front and they're supposed to scan and they do their pre-order.
Like back in the day, Toys R Us style.
Yeah, like that. So I went to Best Buy to pick up my copy of Mass Effect on the Xbox. And when I went to the counter, the whatever it's called, the customer service or whatever, the pickup, I'm like, oh, okay, here I did the pre-order. Here's my receipt. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but we don't have any more copies of the Xbox version. And I'm like, why? Like, I pre-ordered it. Like, you would think.
Like, that's the whole point of pre-ordering.
Yeah,
you know exactly how many you need to have.
Like, how dare you not have it, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, we don't have it because, like, because I went, like, in the afternoon. Like, he's like, the employee in the morning, he was giving out he gave out the wrong ones to people. So basically the Xbox version was like $59.99. Then there's a PC version that was $49.99. So it's like $10 cheaper if you get it for the PC. So a lot of people pre-ordered
PC Master Race.
So a lot of people pre-ordered the PC version, which is like $10 cheaper. But when they went to pick up their copies in the morning, apparently, they went to the counter and like, oh, I pre-ordered this game. But then they were told like, oh, no, you pre-ordered the PC version, not the Xbox version. And so apparently the employee just gave them, since
they let them walk away with the Xbox.
With the Xbox version, which, you know, that's BS because like you should have read that you ordered the PC version. Like I wonder, like, did they just get it for $10 cheaper? Or did they like have to pay $10 more or whatever? Yeah, I don't know what they did there, but the fact that they gave out the copies of the Xbox, they should be like, oh, sorry, you messed up. Like that was on them. They messed up, not.
Yeah, and again, it's a case where Best Buy employees messed up. And then the customers just shit out of luck, you know?
Okay, so, but like in that situation, do you think that those people that pre-ordered the wrong one, they went to the manager and was like, I wanted the Xbox version. And the manager's like, you know, you got sorry, but you ordered the PC version. Like, oh no, but I want it. And then he's like, you know, at that point, even if you're a manager, are you going to be like, sorry, you can't get it? But then that customer is like, I want to speak to your higher manager, you know?
Well, I mean, in that case, I'm like, well, that you're getting what you asked for. Like, you know? Like,
yeah, because you would think like, especially like at least they should have been like, okay, if you don't come back in like tomorrow or something.
Like if I was a manager in this case where they got exactly what they asked for, and I know that it's a new game that people like, I have pre-orders just for that game, I would make sure that I have enough to satisfy the pre-orders, first of all, and then if I don't touch those. Yeah, if I have more, then I can work with you and exchange it. But if not, then sorry, like you can return the one you just bought, and then I can let you know. You know, as soon as we get more, we can give you a phone call or whatever. Which, as you know, they never happen.
Yeah, that never happened.
But yeah, like don't mess with the pre-orders. Like that's the whole point of pre-ordering.
Yeah.
But you know, sadly, your story, it's not the first pre-order horror story. This stuff happens all the time, which again makes me wonder, like how does it happen? Like, I'm letting you know that I need a copy. I'm usually letting you know like months in advance. Like, it makes no sense to me. But it is a case where where I don't really know the solution because okay, so they ran out of the Xbox version. So I'm like, okay, like I know logically that they can't just make up an Xbox version out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like they don't have any that, that sucks. But then at the same time, it's like, well, you did your part, you pre-ordered, like, you probably have big plans. Like maybe this is a weekend that you don't work. Maybe this is, you already invited a bunch of friends over to your house to play this game. Like you have big plans with this game.
Yeah.
And
luckily I didn't have that, but
yeah. And it's supposed to be there, and now it's not. Like I feel like in this case, the store should do a lot more to help you out, because too often they're just like, oh, sorry, we messed up. There's nothing we can do. Like, no, like do something. Like get me a free game or something. Like,
yeah, like I don't remember if in that situation if they just gave me like a gift card or if they called another store to get one like shipped to that store, or if they wanted to ship it to like their store, or I go pick it up at like the Mayfair or something. I don't remember
because I think that would be fair. Like if they can at least like take charge of the situation and then call another store and be like, hey, do you guys have this? Hold it for this guy, and then give you the option of either having to ship it to you or just hold it at the store, and then you can just go pick it up.
Yeah, like I don't remember. It was one of those two where they just gave me a gift card, or if they gave me the gift card and like I could go pick it up at a different store. I don't remember exactly what happened.
But my issue is that a lot of times, like that's their solution. Like, oh, we'll just give you your money back, or oh, we'll give you a gift card. But I'm like, that doesn't solve. Like if I, in my case anyway, I'm like, if I had all these plans with that game, and now you're ruining my whole weekend, I don't give a crap about a $50 gift card or 60. Like you're messing with my life. I only get so many fun weekends a year, and you're screwing one up.
Yeah, so in that case, it was Best Buy's fault for doing that mess up. But then I had another one, and this is the last pre-order I ever did, because after this I never did any more pre-orders because I was upset. And this time it wasn't Best Buy's. Like it was also at Best Buy, but it wasn't Best Buy's fault because I went there. I had pre-ordered the Super Smash Brothers bundle. It was like a bundle that came out for the Wii U. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be for the Wii U.
Yeah, for the Wii U.
And it's supposed to be the bundle that's currently out right now, where they give you the GameCube controller with the little GameCube adapter. So it was a bundle that came with everything. So I went on the day of release when the game was supposed to come out, with my receipt, and I went there and I'm like, okay, I would like my bundle of Super Smash Brothers. And they're like, oh, sorry, but we don't have the actual bundle. Like all we got are the game, is a game part. And so it's like, what we can do is you can take the game, like just the game, in the regular version, and then when the bundle comes, we'll call you, and you can come pick it up, or you can just wait for the bundle to come out. My dumbass was like, I'll wait for the bundle, right?
Yeah.
So
which I'm like, who does that?
Yeah. So I was like, no, I want my bundle.
I want it all together.
And they I think they gave me like a gift card also. There's the solution, like gift card.
Here's a gift card.
Yeah, they give you a gift card because you're just gonna spend it there at Best Buy anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So they gave me like I don't remember how much. I think it was probably like $10. It wasn't even that much. But I was like, okay, I'll just buy something. Then I was like, a couple days spent by. I'm like, okay, it'll probably be like a week, 2 weeks. I'm twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the bundle to come out. And then I read an article like 2 weeks later saying that the bundle's not coming out. And I was like, what? So I was like, oh, crap. So even did I get the game? Yeah, eventually I got the game. I don't remember if I still got my $5. Like if they just took the $5 off or whatever. But yeah, that bundle never came out. But that's Nintendo's fault right there.
Yeah, in this case, it kind of is Nintendo's fault. Which again, I'm like, what is the point of pre-orders?
Yeah. So after that, I just
if you
never.
if you cannot keep up with like I used to do in my job, I used to do forecasting. And forecasting, you have to try and guess how many of something you're going to sell. But with pre-orders,
Yeah.
you know exactly how many you need.
Yeah. So these are 10 people wanted the game.
Let's send 10 copies.
Or at least a couple extra just in case. Like, oh, give me 15 just in case. But yeah, so after that, I never pre-ordered again. I was like, there's no point. Like, I know a lot of times they do like I hate when they do. Well, if you pre-order, you get a bonus suit or you get a bonus in-game thing, and you really want it sometimes, but you're like at the same time you're like, nah. Like, how useful is it going to be anyway?
I'm against pre-orders. I'm like,
so yeah.
Unless it's a game that I'm willing to buy digital, because I'm like digital, you definitely shouldn't have an issue with pre-orders. But then it's like, what's the point? Like, you should be able to just buy it later anyway. So
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that was my Thanksgiving horror story with Best Buy. Absolutely horrible manager, Nick, the Best Buy manager in Racine. You don't deserve. Sturtevant. No, technically it's in Racine. You don't deserve to be a manager. Just saying. But other than that, and this, it actually kind of worked out better for me because so that was Wednesday. Thursday happened. We did Thanksgiving. It was fun. Friday, what was I doing? I was just home most of the day. Then later we did that late night shopping at Best Buy. And then I had noticed that they had an even better deal on the 256 gigabyte version of the Surface Pro 6 for $999, but it was a 256 black model, which is the one that I really wanted, 256 gigabytes. And it was basically what I had originally paid. So then on Saturday, I went ahead and I bought it because it was still there.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no, I'm just going to buy the $800 one. But on Saturday, I saw that they still had that one. And I was like, oh, man, that's the one I really want. And it's like $300 off. So I went for it. So in the end, it worked out better for me because had I done the exchange the way I planned on doing it, I know that I wouldn't have been able to, like, I wouldn't have gone back to exchange it one more time, Like, I have my limits. I would have been like, nah, I already exchanged.
So you should be thanking Nick.
Yeah, I should be thinking, no, screw you, Nick. So anyway, we're almost out of time, but Friendsgiving, we watched a movie.
Yeah. Friends. Planes, friends. No, what?
Planes, trains, and automobiles. This movie is an old 1987 movie. I'm sure many of you have seen it. For me, it's a must. Every Thanksgiving, I gotta watch it. I love the movie. It's just a nice movie. But
it's like a time capsule. We kind of talked about it.
Yeah, it kind of was because we were, normally I watch it by myself because I don't have friends. But we were doing our Friendsgiving and we were watching it and we were commenting on everything. Like you said, it's kind of like watching a time capsule because you see people at the airport and instead of being on their cell phones, they're all reading newspapers and magazines and we're like, man, how did people travel back then? Like, the airport looked like such a mess.
Yeah, and like then trying to get a cab, like you actually had to like wait instead of just calling an Uber.
Yeah, you have to like be like, hey,
You had to
taxi.
compete. You had to compete with people. I mean, you probably still do that in New York to some extent, but
it was interesting, and you know, obviously, I remember going to the airport. Well, not even that early, but in the 90s, you know, we didn't have the cell phones that we have now, and we used to go to the airport and we would figure it out, but it was definitely different. You really had to count on all those displays that people just ignore nowadays.
yeah,
You really had to count on them back then, and you know, just figuring your way around the airport. Yeah.
A lot more instinct, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, just going.
And I drive to places now, and I don't even know how I used to do it back in the day, because I'm like, now if I don't have Google Maps, I get lost. So
yeah, like I remember when we take road trips with my dad. You know, the whole family. You know, like, you know, he would go to a rest area, and he would find it on the map. And like, okay, we're here. We're trying to go here, so you gotta remember. Okay, Highway 11. Then you go into this street. Then you go here. So, you know, you would have to almost draw like a. This was even before MapQuest. Like, you had to like, okay, turn right on this.
And I remember doing that. Like, I remember that for whatever reason, I was the navigator at my house. I remember some road trips where I don't remember all the details, but I do remember like sitting on the passenger side, like looking at a big ass map.
Yeah.
I'm being like, okay, what intersection is this?
Yeah.
All right, this is the, I don't know, Mitchell and 13th. So according to this map, we are here. Where do we want to go? Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, technology has advanced so much. Like you don't really think about it, but as I was saying in one of my videos not that long ago, YouTube wasn't even around until like 2005. Like
yeah,
so like
what
15,
did we do to entertain ourselves?
I know, like
we had to actually like
Facebook didn't come public till like 2006. What did we do before then? I remember Google was a new thing that I was trying out back in 2000 when the were 2000 was it 2001? 9/11, when was it?
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah. So because I was using Google because it didn't have any news things. It was nice and clean, and all of a sudden I see a news article at the bottom of Google, and I'm like, what the hell is this crap? I see Twin Tower down.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? Nah, that's got to be a joke.
Yeah.
And I learned it wasn't.
Yeah, like I remember in school, like, this thing happened, and you know, they say, oh, the Twin Towers, you know, got hit by an airplane. You're like
yeah, like bullshit.
Yeah, like it was one of those things like, it must just be like the plane crash and that's it.
Yeah,
like, you know, but then when you look at the video and you see the towers falling down, you're like, oh,
like,
damn!
It really was a moment of like, is this really happening? Like,
and I'll be honest, like the first day it happened, I was kind of like, you know what? It took a while to be like, oh, like, shit! Like, I mean, like that really did happen. Like,
I've never seen something like that happen, like in real life. Like, you see it in movies.
Yeah, exactly. You don't believe it happening in real life.
Yeah,
you're like, what?
You're like in shock. Like,
does this really happen? Like,
and I had just been there like in 1998, I think. So I'm glad that I was able to see them live, but that was just weird.
You know, you just imagine like if social media, how much more crazy stuff we would be seeing if that were happening right now. Like,
yeah,
like back then, what was the phone that was out? Like, there was no really
a flip
phone. Yeah, there was really no like clear image of anything. You know, and it still was all.
And we still had like 24 hours news around it. So.
Yeah, so
But yeah, and like imagine now all the stories that will be coming out with people on their cell phones, and it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Anyway, so there you have it. We have gone from Thanksgiving to Friendsgiving to 9/11. So and a little bit of Best Buy terrorism.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're out of time on this podcast. But yeah, we just wanted to let you guys know what we were up to this Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Had it with friends, family, pets. You know, I have many with my pet, so and that is it. So yeah, we're out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Please let us know on the comments. Also, you can let us know on Twitter or Instagram at RealStuffHD. For me, if you want to contact Equis here, you can find them at
L.Equis on Instagram. And Twitter.
Don't bother. You don't check Twitter.
I get notifications, so.
Which one is that? Is that the L.Equis or L underscore?
Yeah, Twitter's underscore
Equis. EQUIS for Equis.
Spelled out.
You can also go to stuffhd.com for more information on all the Stuff HD stuff. And yeah, we're out.
All right.
Y'all take care. See ya.
Good night.